whispered into the phone, barely breathing. "There's someone in my house." The 911 operator didn't ask for her address. He didn't ask for her name. He only said, very calmly, "Ma'am, don't turn around." And in that moment, Sarah realized something was wrong, because she hadn't told him she was facing the hallway. It was 12:43 a.m. when she woke up, not to a crash, not to a scream, just a soft, deliberate sound. A drawer sliding open downstairs. At first, she thought she imagined it. Her house made noises at night, old wood, cooling pipes. But then she heard it again. A slow, careful footstep. Not random, not settling, intentional. She lay frozen in the dark. Her bedroom door was closed, locked. The hallway light outside was still on. She always left it on. Then she saw something that made her chest tighten. A shadow moved across the thin strip of light under her door. Someone was standing outside. That's when she reached for her phone. She dialed 911 under the covers. The line connected almost instantly. 911, what's your emergency? His voice was steady, calm, controlled. "There's someone in my house," she whispered. A pause. Then, "Is your hallway light on?" She swallowed. "Yes." "Okay. He's at the bottom of your stairs." Her heart slammed into her ribs. "How do you know that?" Silence. Then, "I can see him." Her entire body went cold. "See him?" she whispered. "You have cameras?" "No." Another pause. "He's moving now." She heard it, a soft step on the first stair. She pressed herself against the wall. Her bedroom door felt paper thin. The operator's voice lowered. "Stay exactly where you are." She was shaking now. "Did you dispatch police?" she asked. Yes, but she hadn't given him her address. The realization hit her slowly. You don't know where I live." He didn't answer. Instead, he said, "He just stopped halfway up." Her stomach twisted. She hadn't heard that, not clearly, yet he was describing movement in real time. A floorboard creaked. Closer now. "He's at the top," the operator whispered. Her breathing became shallow. "Ma'am, I need you to lock your door." "It's already locked." Another pause. "He's touching the handle." The doorknob turned, slowly. Once, twice. She nearly screamed. "How do you know that?" she gasped. Silence. Then, "I'm listening." She could hear faint breathing through the phone, not from her, not from the operator. A third sound, very close to her bedroom door. The operator spoke again. "Start talking." "What?" "Speak normally. Mention someone else in the house." "I live alone." "I know," he said. That word echoed in her mind. "I know." Her throat tightened. "Say your brother is staying over." "I don't have a brother." "Say it anyway." His tone had shifted, more urgent, more controlled. She did what he said. "My brother is sleeping in the guest room," she said loudly. Her voice cracked. "He's a police officer." The hallway went silent. No footsteps, no breathing, just thick, oppressive quiet. The operator continued. "Now mention your boyfriend." "I don't." "Say it." She swallowed. "My boyfriend is on his way. He just texted." Another long silence. Then, a slow, retreating step. The operator exhaled. "He's going back down." She almost collapsed with relief. Sirens finally echoed in the distance. Real ones. Blue lights flashed through her blinds. The operator said, Officers are entering through your back door. Her body went rigid. My back door? You left it unlocked. She hadn't. She always locked it. Always. Heavy footsteps burst inside. Police shouting. A scuffle. Then, suspect in custody. Her bedroom door opened. An officer stood there. Ma'am, you're safe. She stumbled into the hallway. Her house was in chaos. Drawers open, cushions overturned, and on the floor, a man in handcuffs. He looked ordinary, mid-30s, blank expression. As officers pulled him up, he looked directly at her and smiled. At the station later, Sarah gave her statement. The officers confirmed the intruder had entered through the back slider. The lock had been forced. He had tools in his pocket. He had been watching the house. They told her something else. He hesitated upstairs, one officer said. He stopped at your door for nearly 2 minutes. She felt sick. Why? The officer shrugged. No idea. She asked to speak to the dispatcher. She wanted to thank him. They reviewed the call. The supervisor frowned. There's no male operator on duty tonight, she said. Sarah blinked. What? She pointed to the call log. You were transferred to dispatch, but the connection failed for 6 seconds. That's impossible. I spoke to him for 11 minutes. The supervisor played the recording. The line connected. Sarah's whisper was clear. There's someone in my house. Then, silence. No operator, no second voice, just Sarah breathing, occasionally whispering, but no one responding. Her skin prickled. That's not right, she whispered. They replayed it. Still, nothing. Just her voice. And at the very end, right before officers entered, a faint sound, so quiet it almost blended into static. A low male whisper, not from dispatch, not from the officers, close to the microphone. Good girl. The supervisor stared at the waveform. She didn't say that, she said slowly. It wasn't on the live channel. Sarah's stomach dropped. If it wasn't on the line, then where was it? The intruder denied everything. He claimed he never spoke, never said a word. But he admitted one thing. He had been standing outside her door, listening. When he heard her talking about her cop brother and her boyfriend on the way, he panicked. He thought it was a setup. That hesitation gave police time to enter. But he swore no one else was there. Sarah moved 3 months later. New apartment, high security building, deadbolts, cameras. But sometimes, late at night, when the hallway light is on, she remembers that voice. Calm, controlled, knowing too much. And the worst part isn't the man who broke into her house. It's this. If the 911 call never connected, if there was no operator, then who told her he was at the bottom of the stairs? Who knew her handle was moving? Who told her to say her brother was a cop? And how did that voice know she was facing the hallway before she ever said it? Sometimes, the most terrifying part of a 911 call isn't the intruder inside your house. It's the voice that already knows he's there.